Bu Eni Fauzia and friends in UIN Padang Sidimpuan.
We are well here.
Gembira bisa lihat senyum Ibu, udah udah bahagia.
Apa kabar Bu Fitri Rayani?
Alhamdulillah sehat, Mem. Join kembali walaupun dalam nuansa Zoom meetings.
You're right. Terima kasih Bu Fitri Rayani.
Yeah. Okay, Ibu Eni, we start now, please.
All right.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. The honorable and my dearest keynote speaker in this international conference, Ibu Lika Raskova. If it is not mistaken, we have ever had the Zoom meeting before, right? Maybe 2 years ago or last year. In Elite also, right? In Elite, right?
That's right, Bu Eni.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So to carry on our next discussion or next talk, as we had already begun our talk before at 9 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock, and then we carry on now at 2 o'clock as the third keynote speaker. Let me introduce you the audiences about Ibu Dr. Lika Raskova Oktaberlina, Master of Education. Ibu was born in Malang, October, as her name Oktaberlina, October 25th, 1974, and her discipline is teaching English to speakers of other language. Of course, Ibu Lika is the president of Elite from 2022 until now, right, Ibu?
That's
and
right.
Has many professional positions, and from 2000, from researcher as the researcher, head of English department, and reaching the president of Elite. And then has on also many activities like conference, seminar, workshop, symposium that organized by many universities in Indonesia. And it is from, wow, it is from 2000 and varieties or lots of publication like book, journal, articles, or professional activities like plenary speaker in national seminar and in international speaker, of course. And I believe that Ibu Lika has many activities that very crucial and has many benefits for all people in Indonesia, especially in Elite as the president of Elite. Okay, not to manage our time, not spending too much time, I'm honored to please welcome you, Ibu Lika, to present your talk today. Time and chance, please.
Thank you, Ibu Eni Fauzia Harahal. Thank you so much to our great moderator today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. The Honorable Rector of UIN Syahada Padang Sidimpuan, and also the Honorable Dean of Faculty of Teacher Training and Education of UIN Syahada Padang Sidimpuan, and also to the Chair of the Committee, Ibu Fitri Rayani, Thank you so much, Bapak Ibu from UIN Padang Sidempuan for giving me a chance to share opinions and information in here. And especially I would like to greet our participants in here. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It can be the teachers, can be the lecturers, the students, and great persons who join this workshop. Thank you so much. Ibu Eni Fauzia, allow me to share screen.
To share screen with.
Yes, our topic today is about ELT technology in society era 5.0, the challenges and opportunities for sustainable education. Welcome to Padang Sidempuan, everyone. I'm sure that not all the participants and the speakers are from Padang Sidempuan. Is that right, Ibu Eni? Some of them may be from other places. Now, I would like to say welcome to Padang Sidempuan. Everyone, what do you see from the picture of Padang Sidempuan? What do you see from that? If you come to Padang Sidempuan, please don't misdirect. Padang Sidempuan doesn't mean that it's in Padang. Okay, from this picture, what do you see from the picture, everyone? Can you write in the chat box, please? Hello.
Select fruit.
What do you see from the picture? Ini di gambar ini kelihatan apa sih? Ada tulisannya apa? Yes. Salaka Monument, a monument Nanda Putri. Very good. Salak Sokira, very good. Untung bilang salak, good. Gak ada yang bilang jeruk, orange, or something. Monument, I see 3. Very good. Very good. You see a 3. Yes. With a very critical point of view, Tugu Salak, Ibu Ida Rayani Salak Monument. Thank you so much. So when you see Padang Sidempuan and you see from the picture in here, so you will see Salak monuments in here. Maybe is it because this city produced lots of salaka, Bu Eni?
Of course, Padang Sidempuan character.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Ibu. Now, next is after we welcome you to Padang Sidempuan, allow me to say now, where is it? Di mana sih Padang Sidempuan itu? It must be in Padang because the first word is Padang, isn't it right? Anyone can guess where is the location of Padang Sidempuan? Yes, let me see. Tapanuli Selatan, yes, Diani. Sumatra, Diana. Very good. Roni, Sumatra. Very good. I love it, everyone. So everyone guess that North Sumatra RP. Very good. I'm so proud of you. Now let's see, everyone. Let's us see. Very good. North Sumatra. Where is the position of Padang Sidempuan? Here is the location of Padang Sidempuan. Where is exactly the location? Here is exactly the location of Padang Sidempuan. Where can I find it? Anyone, can you guess where we can find this location? Do we go to the library or we go to the bookstore to buy some map books? How do we get this picture? How do we get this picture? Dari mana kita dapat gambar kayak ini? Anyone? Yes. There.
Mobile phone, on our mobile phone.
Google Maps from Gmaps. Very good. Google Map, ma'am. Very good. I feel so old that someone calls me with map, but that's very good. I'm so proud of you, everyone. So here that we find in Google Map. You don't have to buy from Gmap. Very good. You don't have to buy the map book, or we don't have to go to the library to see the globe. We just go to the Google Map, and finally we find the place of or the location of Padang Sidempuan. Next is, what are the ethnics of Padang Sidempuan people? Here are many ethnics that we find in Indonesia, like in Banyuwangi, in Balinese, and everything. And can you guess what is the ethnics in Padang Sidempuan, everyone? It is Balinese in Padang Sidempuan. It is Mandailing. I'm so proud of you, Yeni Suryadi. It's Mandailing. Very good. It's Malang. Okay. Mandailing and Malang. Okay. Just mirip-mirip ya. Very good, Malang. Good effort. I love it. Thank you, Ronnie. And then what else, everyone? Mandailing? Only that? Okay, let's try to check what is the ethnics of Padang Sidimpuan. Batak Angkola, Batak Mandailing, you're right, Yeni, and Batak Toba. Is that right, Ibu Eni, or anyone from Padang Sidimpuan? Are they the real ethnics in Padang Sidimpuan? Or Angkolanis? Very good, Ida Royani. Ervi Lutfi, Mandailing and Angkola. Very good. Now my question is, how did you get the information, everyone? Where did you get this information? To call your friends from internet, Diana. Very good, Diana. I'm so proud of you. From Yahoo, Ronnie. Thank you so much. From internet, Yahoo is different from internet. From Google, very good. From Google, very good. So we can find this information from Google or from your internet. And finally, when you try to write down ethnics of Padang Sidimpuan or suku in Padang Sidimpuan, it will be written Batak Angkola, Batak Mandailing, and Batak Toba. My question is that right, Ibu Eni? Batak Jawa, Suci Aprina. Is there any Batak Jawa, Suci Aprina? It's very interesting. Very good answer. Bu Eni, there is an answer Batak Jawa. It's very interesting. Is that right? Is there any Batak Jawa?
Oh, I never heard about Batak Jawa.
Okay, maybe Batak who gets married with Javanese, and then what Suci Aprina say Batak Jawa. It can be like that. But it's very good. I'm very happy with this. Thank you. And after we talk about the ethnics in Padang Sidimpuan, now what languages are used among Padang Sidimpuan people? What are some languages are used among Padang Sidimpuan people? Do they use Javanese like Javanese people, or do they use specific language or local languages in Padang Sidimpuan? Anyone? Can you guess? Mandailing language, very good. Madura, ma'am. What a very creative answers. Mandailing language, local Mandailing. Ibu Tapanuli language. Can I ask questions to very great persons? Melayu, Diana Meran. Thank you so much. Batak Toba language. Very good, Windy Putriani Sihombing. I'm so proud of you. I want to ask question, anyone. Mandailing and Batak, are they similar language or completely different language between Batak Toba and Mandailing and Tapanuli? Are they similar or they are completely different language? Indonesian language. Thank you, Fitri. Similar language. Okay. Different pronunciation. Trimahendra say Siregar. Ini Trimahendra Mas Noy. Different pronunciation. Different, I guess. Nanda Putri, very good. Similar language. Some of you say like that. Okay, very good. So you have different questions, but there is some different pronunciation. Very good, Erfi Lutfi. The rhythm is a bit different. I'm so happy to know. Not completely different. Thank you so much. So what is actually, this is Bahasa Resmi Indonesia, Batak Angkola, Batak Toba. You are right, everyone. And I believe your answer is more correct than some information that I give to you in here. What I find in here about Bahasa Indonesia, Batak Angkola, and Batak Toba is only the information that I found on the internet. And I'm very happy that actually this information is almost correct, but I'm very proud that your answers are more correct. You answers using Mandailing language, Tapanuli language, Melayu, Batak Toba, and other language. I'm very proud of you, Mandailing and Angkola. So I believe that your answers, guys, as the participants, your answers are more correct than the 3 answers that I gave to you in here. Why? Because you are the one who experienced this. Anda adalah orang-orang yang memang experience about that. Thank you so much for sharing true information about Padang Sidimpuan. And then the next one is, what is, excuse me, what is special about Sumatra, everyone? We talk about Sumatra. Why Sumatra is more special. For anyone who are in Sumatra, you must be proud of yourself. You have to be proud of yourself because you are more special than the other ethnics or people in the other islands in Indonesia. What is special about Sumatra and the people who lives in Sumatra? Can you guess? Guess. What is the special one? The special things about people in Sumatra or the Sumatra itself? Green, multicultural. Very good. Very good. So the food, you're right. The rendang, you're right. The rendang, yes. In Sumatra, there is Bukit Barisan and not in other islands. You're right. The coffee, yes. They have tiger and tourism is very good. You are right. Sumatra people are known as hot people. I mean, the people can't say like Jawa people. Salak City, orang hutan, very good. Yes. All of your answers are correct and really give the richness in Sumatra. But I just want to remind you, there is one thing that is very special about Sumatra. That is give contribution to the national language, that is Indonesian language. Indonesian language is not taken from Javanese language. Indonesian language is not taken from Makassar or other language, but it's taken from Malay language, that is from Sumatra. Good, thank you. And now everyone, here is the difference between Indonesian and English. As you see in here, that's we learn about our national language is Indonesian, which is taken from the Malay language that belongs to your language people in Sumatra. And now we try to compare our Indonesian language with a foreign language. What is foreign language in Indonesia? The foreign language in Indonesia is English. Now, talking about English, there are one very big country which is the native speaker of English, or the English-speaking country. So this is about United States of America. Now, what I want you to we will talk about the difference between Indonesia and America. Anyone knows about America or United States? Can I have some words? What do you think when I mention the word United States of America, everyone? What is in your mind? What is in your heart? If you heard the word multicultural, very good. United States is multicultural, very good. What else? If you hear the word United States of America, what is in your mind? English as native speak, bule, very good. Windy Putrianisi Hombi, bule, very good. We will talk about bule after this. I'm so proud of you guys. So what's the difference between America and Indonesia? We will talk about it in detail. The difference is that here are the differences of America and Indonesia. What do you see in this picture, everyone? Anda lihat apa sih in this picture? The weather, very good. You see the weather. What's going on with the weather? What's wrong with the weather? There is an umbrella, wearing hat or a cap. So what do you think about the weather? It's summer, Robiato. Very good. So it's summer. So during the summer, it must be very hot. And how to avoid the sun heat? The question is how to avoid the sun heat. People have some techniques to avoid the sun heat. Now, how to avoid the sun heat? Here are American people, how American people avoid the sun heat. When we are driving motorcycles, sometimes we don't want our hands get burned, right? So what are you doing for avoiding our hands get burned when we are driving motorcycle? Very good. So I got the answers in here. Using sunscreen, using gloves. Very good. Sunscreen. Very good. Sunscreen, wear glove, Skincare, very good. Oh, so you have skin care, right? Moisturizers and then serum and everything, and you start to ride your motorcycle. Very good, everyone. Wear gloves, hat, excellent. I love your answers. Okay, now your answers are correct, everyone. So how do American people avoid the sun heat when they are riding their motorcycle? Here is what they are wearing. You are right. They are wearing the gloves. But remember, before they wear the gloves, they use the sunscreen first, okay? Under the sunscreen, and then they use the gloves. Very good. Now, the second question is how they take off the gloves. How they take off the gloves. Here is how they take off the gloves. Any kind of gloves, caranya, yeah, the same. How they take off the gloves is like this. After they are done with the motorcycle, they enter the house, so they have to take off the gloves. Now, the question is, how Indonesian people avoid sun heat when they are riding motorcycle? Everyone. Now, Indonesian people, how they avoid the sun heat during riding the motorcycle? The same, wearing gloves. Okay, very good. So we are jacket, very good. Staying under the tree, wearing gloves and mask, very good. Wearing jacket, yes, excellent. Wearing jacket, I love it. Wearing hat, okay, you're right. Some people are wearing gloves. Maybe we are also wearing gloves, but what kind of gloves? Do you think the gloves we are wearing are similar with the gloves being worn by the United States or American people? Let's see the Indonesians' very special gloves. Here is the gloves, everyone. Here is the gloves, okay? Have you worn these gloves when you are riding motorcycles? Yes, use cardigan, use umbrella. So this is the Indonesian gloves to avoid the sun when we are riding motorcycles, right? Okay, now, and in the previous one, you see how the Americans take off their gloves. They take off the gloves, right? Okay, it's time to get inside the house. Let's take off the gloves. But how about Indonesian rider when we want to get off the house? Do they take off the gloves? Apakah mereka juga take off the gloves? Yes, Ibu, I've ever worn that kinds of gloves, but it made me feel hot to drive. Yes, you're right, you're right. And how, when we get off or want to come inside the house, how do we take off? Bagaimana cara kita nyopot gloves-nya? Here is how we take off the gloves. Nah, ini caranya. Ternyata sarung tangannya, cara nyopotnya kayak gini. The gloves remain in the motorcycle. You don't take off the gloves, right? So this is the difference how Indonesian people, American people wearing gloves and taking off the gloves. Next is, which gloves do you choose, guys? American gloves or Indonesian gloves? Which one do you choose? Both. Ibu Annie, Fauzia, choose both. Why? Okay, Ervi, you choose Indonesian gloves. Ervi, why you choose Indonesian gloves? Ervi, yang choose Indonesian gloves, Fitriani, Fitri Wahyuni, yang choose Indonesian gloves. Can you give me the reasons why you choose Indonesian gloves, everyone? Kenapa kok lebih suka pakai Indonesian gloves? Why, everyone? Simple, you're right. Because American gloves look so cool. It's easier to use, betul. Nggak perlu dipakai-pakai, tinggal slup. Very good. The Indonesian kind dangerous, honestly. American, Angga Putra. Okay, for everyone who choose like Angga Putra, choose American. Because American gloves is safer and Indonesian is dangerous. Very good. Angga, why do you think that Indonesian gloves are American, and why you think that Indonesian gloves are dangerous? Anyone? Because it's very ribet, it's so complicated wearing Indonesian gloves, right? Just like when we are putting something, when we are cooking, okay, oh, it's very hot, just like that, and you are also wearing, honestly. So actually, Indonesian gloves is not the standard gloves. So I agree with Angga Putra and the others, like Nanda and the others, that American gloves are safer and Indonesian gloves are not safer. Very good. Next is, let's come to the next. Now we talk about the learning style. After we finished about the culture, the difference of American and Indonesian, about safety, like about motorcycle. Now, which learning style do you prefer? American learning style or Indonesian learning style? Let me show you which one do you prefer. Do you see here, guys? What do you see? This is American learning style about drawing. Can you see that? What do you see in this in the technique of drawings? How do this girl try to draw an animal? How does this girl try to draw the animal? She tried to draw authentic, using realia. Very good. Authentic, using the shadow. Very good. I love it. Yes, so this girl is using the shadow of the animal and then try to drag the line among the shadow of this animal. Now the next question is, how about the Indonesian child try to draw something? Here is Indonesian student try to draw something. This is Indonesian learning style, how to draw an animal, guys. Can you see here? What do you see from this picture? How this boy try to draw an animal? Does this boy use shadow like the American girl? No. You don't answer that. So what is hard effort? Very good. So what is the media for the boy or Indonesian student to draw an animal? Using what? Object. Very good. Using real animal. Thank you so much. So Indonesian students using the real animal for drawing the real animal. Now, I ask the questions once again to you. Which learning style do you like? Bisa tulis di chat box dan tidak harus selalu dalam bahasa Inggris ya. You can write in Indonesian, is fine. Anyone who wants to write in Indonesian will be fine. Mana yang Anda suka? American learning style to drawing? A different method, man, by using instinct. Fitri Wahyuni Nasution, I love it. Using your instinct. The ears, kayaknya earnya is like this, and that very good. Using instinct, I love it. Anyone, which one do you choose? American drawing or Indonesian? American because it's more makes sense, and they are learning by the American learning style because it's a smart way. Very good. Zakilas, the American learning style because it's more authentic. Oh, you can use the word authentic. Smart way. Very good. So everyone choose American learning style. I love it. Thank you so much, guys. We have talked about two things, the difference of American and Indonesia, and now we talk about the last thing. Now let's talk about the food. There is also a difference between the foods in America and the food in Indonesia. And you have talked about it before. What's the difference? Let's see. Which one do you choose? Which one do you choose? Do you choose steak as American food? Okay. I prefer using Indonesian style because the sun is culture than America. Very good. Wahyuni Nasution. Lubis, kalau namanya itu ada Lubis, ada Nasution, you must be the princess and the prince of Sumatra and North Sumatra. So proud of you guys. Which one? Padang is number one, ma'am. Yes, you're right. Do you choose steak? Apakah Anda memilih steak? Do you choose steak? Or do you choose Indonesian food, rendang and ketupat? Which food do you like? Which food do you prefer, everyone? Steak is not related to my tongue, but Indonesian tongue. Okay, good. Steak. Okay. Of course, rendang. Good. Some people say steak. Indonesian, of course, ma'am. Okay, Windy. I rendang said Nanda. Good, very good. So let's see which group is the winner? Yang menang grupnya steak or grupnya rendang? Steak is too expensive. Rendang, rendang, rendang. Oh my God. I wonder how to taste the steak. Very good. Of course, in the rendang. So everyone prefer rendang rather than steak. Very good. Very good. Good, everyone. Good. Now, I'm very happy that everyone has chosen your preferences about food. Okay, that now which food that you like, steak or rendang, and you have done about it. You have write about it very well, everyone. Now, please find the differences of eating in America and Indonesia based on the short video. Okay, everyone, I would like to show you one short video, only 1 minute, that talks about how we eat in Indonesia and in America. This very short movie. Make sure that you pay attention to this so you will understand what's the difference between the eating culture in America and eating culture in Indonesia. Everyone is ready? Okay, I'll stop share and now I will try to share. Please look into this, everyone. Everyone is ready with this? I have no spoon in Mandaling. Okay. Sudah siap to watch the movie, everyone? I will share you the movie. Okay.
Pertama kali orang Indonesia makan McD di Amerika.
I'm full. Kenapa? You've eaten everything on the menu. How are you not full yet? I don't know. Is there nasi in that bag? We don't have rice at McDonald's in America. Then I guess I'm not full. What? Got a nasi? Belum makan.
Okay, everyone. What do you see from that movie? What is your opinion about the difference of eating culture in America and also in Indonesia, everyone? I know that person's on YouTube. Very good. So you often watch that person's? Okay, good. Very good. So now, very good. Now the question is, Indonesian cannot be full without rice. Belum makan kalau nggak makan nasi, ma'am. Very good. Belum makan kalau nggak makan. No rice sama dengan belum makan. You are right. That's good. Excellent. What else? So from that movie, you see that that person is Bang Jo. You're right. It explains about our activity to make the rice is makanan pokok. Karena nasi makanan pokok and rice is everything. Very good, everyone. Amazing. You're so amazing. So from that picture, we see that we go back into this, that the differences between Indonesian culture is that we must always have rice. That's like what we explained. Thank you so much. Everyone, based on those three differences, please write down about what is the unique difference of American culture and Indonesian culture in 50 words. Kira-kira ini, dari tiga tadi itu, apa sih the difference between American culture and Indonesian culture in 50 words? If you are done with this, you can write down in the chat box. Okay. If you want to think about it, you can use the brainstorm here. The brainstorm here to put your idea. Kira-kira apa ya? Kalau American apa, kalau Indonesian apa, you try to make a brainstorm like this. Now let's try to do this. You can ask your overseas friends and you can translate that. How about American culture, everyone? American culture, mereka itu terus terang, jelas. Dan kalau bikin pesta, mereka itu sederhana dan practical. Terus terang, jelas. Kalau bikin pesta sederhana dan practical. Ini ternyata. Let's try to use this one. Kalau Indonesian itu ramah, penuh basa-basi, tapi kalau bikin pesta, cetar, membahana. Is that right? What do you think about these differences, everyone? Is that correct? American with red, okay. Now we will see the difference between American and Indonesian culture. We can see in here that Indonesian, coba kita lihat. You can use Google Translate and pronunciation. Orang dengan budaya barat sangat mengutamakan ketepatan waktu. Selain itu mereka juga sangat mandiri. Di lain pihak dalam mengungkapkan sesuatu, mereka cenderung langsung tanpa basa-basi. Do you agree with this? Do you agree with this, everyone? Tetangga adalah keluarga. Very good, very good. So this is okay, I agree. So you agree with me. Thank you for being agreed. Thank you, everyone. Orang Indonesia dengan budaya barat sangat mengutamakan ketepatan waktu. Selain itu mereka juga sangat mandiri. Di lain pihak dalam mengungkapkan sesuatu mereka cenderung langsung tanpa basa-basi. Thank you. Now let me try to use this one. How you try to translate that in English, everyone. Bagaimana sih cara kita menerjemahkannya dalam bahasa Inggris? How you can help yourself? How you can help yourself? Here, how the way we try to help ourselves. Gimana cara Anda menerjemahkan itu? What do you usually use? Usually, we use Google Translate, right? Let's try to use our Google Translate. You just put inside the text. And then, ini sudah keluar ini. Anyone see about it? Do you see here, everyone? Okay, orang barat dengan budaya barat sangat mengutamakan ketepatan waktu dan sebagainya. Dan ternyata ini adalah terjemahannya. Just in a second, nggak ada 1 detik langsung keluar. People waste, aduh saya nggak bisa ngomongnya gimana ya caranya ngomong yang benar. Ngomongnya yang benar tuh gimana? Ini adalah cara ngomongnya yang benar.
People with Western culture prioritize punctuality. In addition, they are also very independent. On the other hand, in expressing something, they tend to be direct without further ado.
It's not quite clear in my ear. Allow me to repeat it once again.
People with Western culture prioritize punctuality. In addition, they are also very independent. On the other hand, in expressing something, they tend to be direct without further ado.
Okay, I think the second time is easier for me to catch now. Let me try to share. Here is the result of the translation. Who wants to read this one, everyone? Ada yang mau baca di sini? Read aloud, everyone. Please. Mungkin ada yang mau read aloud ini. People with Western culture priorities yang tadi dicontohkan. Anyone want to read aloud, please? Off cam nggak apa-apa. Yang penting Anda mau read aloud. Anyone, please? Oke, bisa dinyalakan. People, Ibu Eni, help me to read this, Ibu Eni. People with Western culture. Halo Ibu Eni belum beli bakso kan Bu? Anyone, can you read this one? People, oh, maybe you are not allowed to unmute everyone. Okay, so here is the translation. People with Western culture prioritize punctuality. In addition, they are also very independent. And on the other hand, in expressing something, they tend to be direct without further ado. How we can pronounce it correctly? We can pronounce it correctly because there is the example that we can find in the Google Translate and pronunciation. So here are some funny phenomena which occur without artificial intelligence of translation. Tadi yang saya sebutkan tadi adalah the example of artificial intelligence. That is Google Translate and Google Pronunciation are artificial intelligence that we can use for learning English. Now, there are some funny phenomena and examples which occur if we don't use artificial intelligence or translation. Berikut ini adalah contoh-contoh orang yang tanpa menggunakan artificial intelligence tapi berusaha untuk translating something. Let's try to see it. What do you see? What does the notice means in Indonesia? Ini disuruh menerjemahkan ini. What does the notice means in Indonesia? Drug-free school zone. Karena nggak pakai artificial intelligence, akhirnya terjemahannya seperti itu. Narkoba gratis, zona sekolah. Jadi di zona sekolah kita boleh dapat narkoba gratis. So it will be, I'm sorry Ibu. Oh yeah. It's okay Bu Eni, it's okay. Jadi ternyata if we don't use artificial intelligence, you don't get any help. It will be the translation. And how about the other things? Contoh yang kedua. Malu dong tidak mengerjakan PR. Ternyata, how do they translate it? Shame doesn't do homework. Shame doesn't do homework. Is this the correct translation, everyone? Apakah seperti ini translationnya? No, it's not a translation. And how about the third one? Do you see her? Who was she, everyone? Who was she?
Diana, Princess Diana.
Kalau pakai Google Translate nanti dimarahin Mem Sri Rahmayanti. You're right, Rehan. You're right. Makanya kalau pakai jangan ketahuan ya. Simpen-simpen aja kalau pakai. So don't let her know when you are using Google Translate, Rehan. Okay, who is she or who was she, everyone? Is she ordinary woman or is she a very special woman? Anyone knows? You don't know? She was, yes. Lady Diana. Lady Diana, very good. She is a Princess Diana. She is a Princess Diana, very good. Just like your name, Diana, Princess Diana and Diana Meran. So we have Lady Diana, very good. Princess Diana, very good. Lady Diana. Ada juga loh yang namanya Lady memang ya, namanya memang Lady, ada juga ya. Ada namanya Diana, good, Lady Diana. So she is a princess. Now I want to show you something funny about this princess. What is the funny thing? This is the funny thing. Toilet siswa putri, diterjemahkan princess student toilet. So Lady Diana should go to this toilet. So actually, the toilets of princess are not very special. Princess can use the student toilet. It's my toilet. You are right. Women are princess. You are right, Ibu Eni. Women are princess. So toilet siswa putri, you translate into princess student toilet. So Lady Diana will go to this toilet. So this is the kind of translation that we don't use artificial intelligence. Now let's find our English level. You can see English level. Now it's your turn, everyone. Now I'm not sure. Sometimes you want to increase your ability in English. Now let's try to do this one. Okay, we will share this one with you. Okay, anyone? Saya makan di sini. Can you write down? You can use Google Translate or you can choose. What do you choose in here? Saya makan di sini. What word do you choose in here? I eat here. I eat in here. Okay. I. And then eat. Here. Let's check. Very good. You are good. So guys, Duolingo is also other example that we can use. This is the example if you want to increase or play with fun about English. So this is the example for you to use Duolingo for to increase your level to increase your level of English. Next is, now let's do the reflections after all of the activities that we have done so far. What is the strengths in technology used in Society 5.0? The strength of the development of the era of Society 5.0 is the world of education plays an important role in improving the quality of human resources. Students' capacity are improved by boosting their skills in terms of creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. So the students increase these 4 potentials when they are using artificial intelligence. The next is, here are the details of this. Have you seen, everyone? Creative learning, and the next. Anyone? Did you see my PowerPoint in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 1.
Creative learning, critical thinking, and then communications, and the last one is collaborations. Those are 4 potentials which are boosted when we are using artificial intelligence. Now let's talk one by one. We talk about creative learning. What is creative learning? Creative learning in here means that you don't ask your student to memorize the lesson, but building the knowledge. Teachers do not dictate what should be observed, but guide the learners. They guide the learners about it. So let's give an example here. When I show you about the map, actually you don't memorize this, but it builds the knowledge about the map. And so you are using English to build your knowledge. So learning about direction, how to read a map is an example about creative learning because you don't memorize everything. And also the second example is about ethnics in Padang Sidempuan. You try to search in the Google search or in Yahoo search or in Bing about the ethnics. So they are not the process of memorizing or dictating, but that's a process of finding the resources. And this is the process of building the knowledge. In here is how the students find information from many resources really boost their autonomous learning. The second one is about critical thinking. In critical thinking, the students are asked to identify the strengths and weaknesses, creating assumptions, stating argument, giving judgment, defining, and giving solutions. This is the process of critical thinking. And our students, you are done with this when you try to compare about American learning style and Indonesian learning style. You try to do the strengths and weaknesses. You try to make statement, stating argument, giving judgment. So this is the process of critical thinking is done. And also, you also learn about communications by using artificial intelligence. You discuss your ideas, you accept ideas. I accept your ideas, and sometimes you are respecting others' ideas, and we are negotiating information, and we exchange information. This is how we try to build our capacity. The example of communication, when we try to use the mind mapping in here, we try to discuss about it. It can be done in a group work. Some students are trying to discuss ideas. Okay, what do you think? Okay, I have this one, I have this one. You try to collect those ideas into one, and this is the process of communication that happens. How to build a concept together about differences and similarities, digging their skills about accepting ideas. And the most important thing is that developing persuasion skills will be at the advantage in the process of boosting communication techniques. The 4 is about collaborations. In collaborations, you do community collaborations. In community collaborations, you do cooperations and coordination and respect. How we ask informations from other people, from other communities with different knowledge and culture background. Like at the first time I asked you, okay, guys, do you know what is the local language in Padang Sidempuan? So you ask me you give me many different answers, Mandailing and also Melayu and everything. So it's a process of community collaborations in which I try to ask information from other people from other community. And the second is that not community collaboration, but network collaborations. Network collaboration is network members collaborate virtually without necessarily knowing each other and make post links to websites they find helpful. This is quite common in our students and also for us. When we try to get information, you try to open your TikTok, you try to open your Instagram, and you try to find some similarities information being shared by other people. For example, I really want to cook pudding. Aku kok pengen masak pudding ya. How can I cook pudding? Ibu Eni, can you cook pudding, Ibu? Or Ibu Fitri Rayani, can you cook pudding? Or anyone, can you cook pudding? Yes, anyone can cook pudding. Very good. But some people, maybe they don't know how to cook pudding. So what they did, what did they do? They try to search from the internet. They start to search from TikTok or any kind of social media, and they just search memasak pudding. And then you will see lots of information, lots of videos, lots of pictures about how to cook pudding. And who share those videos, who share those pictures? Someone who share, or people who share those video and pictures are people who are very experienced or know about how to cook pudding. And they try to share that information. They try to share that knowledge and in any social media. And this is what we call as network collaborations. Some people who get that knowledge, they share that in social media. And some people who wants to get that knowledge or information, they try to search from network. So this is network collaborations. And the third one is that cloud collaborations. Cloud collaboration is also very important because in cloud collaboration, students use a cloud-based collaboration platform to share, edit, or work together on projects. Just like you also have experience about it when you make a PowerPoint, you invite your friends. Guys, this PowerPoint is a group work, so I don't want to do it myself. So let's try to do it together. So you ask your friends, you invite people to work in the PowerPoint together. So this is example of cloud collaborations. The next one is that, what is the threat? Having artificial intelligence is not completely safe, it's not completely useful for us. There are also some threats that we have to pay attention about using artificial intelligence. So what are the threats? The threat is students are too dependent on artificial intelligence. Is that right, everyone? Are you very dependent on artificial intelligence? Diana Meran love pudding, yes. Ada nggak di sini yang tidak addicted kepada artificial intelligence? Ada nggak di sini orang yang tidak addicted? Or anyone is addicted to artificial intelligence? What is the indicators if you are addicted or dependent on artificial intelligence? Apa sih ciri-cirinya kalau Anda itu sangat addicted atau Anda itu sangat tergantung dengan artificial intelligence? Apa buktinya? Wherever you go, from you get up in the morning until you go to bed, that artificial intelligence is always in your head. What is that artificial intelligence, everyone? Apa artificial intelligence yang setiap saat you bring it everywhere, like Yeni good. Pokoknya you bring it everywhere. It is always close with you, even when you go to the toilet. Bahkan mau ke toilet, aduh aku mau ke toilet ini, aduh itu mana-mana. Kamu nggak langsung ke toilet, but you try to bring these things first. What is it? What is the artificial intelligence? What is it? Apa sih artificial intelligence yang ada yang sangat dekat dengan Anda, yang you always bring everywhere? Very good. Handphone. Very good. Very good. So handphone, guys. Handphone. Very good. I love it. Mohon izin untuk stop 3 menit ya guys. Masih ada adzan. Okay, guys, here are potential of errors since technology has lots of limitation. For example, in translating, grammar checking, sometimes it's not correct. Second is that technology or artificial technology could hinder critical thinking skills and choose human interaction, which is an essential aspect of learning. And number three, depends on artificial intelligence that teaching students reduce their teaching and learning abilities, which obviously increase plagiarism. And this critical weaken the potential and students and teachers as well. This will shrink learners' ability. What is the solution? The solution is artificial intelligence or technology means share some responsibility with our students. Trust our students with a task that would usually perform by the teacher. Encourage our students to have more proactive attitude toward their learning, fostering their independence. We have to foster their independence. That's why please don't have the same exact questions. Students can have different answers. We can have the same questions, but please let the students have different answers because they search for many resources and those resources are not the same. So having differences about answers are something that's quite logical because they search from different resources. And as educator, you should be going beyond simply teaching them grammar and vocabulary. Don't teach grammar and vocabulary only anymore because they can search it by themselves from the internet or from the technology. The skills that will stand to this teenager is good stead are creativity and curiosity, and these skills that robots can't replicate. So we have to increase students' creativity and curiosity, and human skills such as creativity, originality, initiative, critical thinking, persuasion, and negotiation. Robots cannot have it, but our students can do that. So that's what we have to take from our students. So these skills are the most important part to implement in classes. Examples of activities. Teach our students to retell what they have written or learned. Teach our students to compare the answer with, okay, you have the answer. Okay, how about you? Okay, oh, that's your answer. And how about the others? Just like the simulation that we have today, when you have one answer, I try to ask other friends, what do you think about your friend's answer? Guys, a good teacher knows what to do, but a great teacher knows how to get students to do. So teacher is not only a teacher, but teacher is also an educator. You have to educate your students to be a good people, to be very critical, to be very creative, to be very noble persons in the future. So this is our job that cannot be replaced by any other artificial intelligence. The second thing is that teacher is a motivator. Make your students believe that they are a good students. Make your students believe that they are good and brilliant students, and make them believe that they can be successful in their future with their knowledge, their behavior, and their English. So thank you everyone for joining my sessions in here. I hope that what I have discussed with you about the use of artificial intelligence can be beneficial for you. And I give it back to the moderator. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's really great explanations, Ibu Lika. I think from your talk before, there are so many questions from the audiences because of your creative technique in teaching this in this digital era. How about the audiences? I open Q&A for 2 or 3 questioners. You can raise your hand or type your questions on the chat box. Could be. Yeah, while waiting for the questioner, Ibu Lika, I would like to ask you, how do you conduct or apply the digital era facilities in the rural area? I mean the area in Tapanuli Selatan or in Padang Sidimpuan. Not all schools or institutions have the good facilities like in this 5-point era. What do you think, Ibu Lika?
What do you mean about facilities? Just like what is the example of the facilities, Ibu Eni?
For example, the school doesn't have any infocus to have the Zoom meeting, or to have to share screen to show that we have now in digital era, right?
Okay. Actually, what is meant by digital era, it does not always that we have to conduct everything electronically or digitally. No. If we can do physical meeting with our students, it will be an advantage. But what we can do with our students by using technology is that ask your students to find the resources outside. For example, we teach about teaching English as a foreign language, for example. Misalnya kita mengajar TOEFL ini Bapak Ibu ya, we teach TOEFL. Okay, guys, what are some strategies that we can use in teaching English? You don't have to give them some book first. You can ask them to explore in the internet about any kinds of teaching strategies that they can use, or any kind of techniques that they can use. And maybe their answer will be different, that's fine. Some student will answer, okay, I think what I know about the good teaching strategy is about problem-based strategy, for example. And the other students think that, but according to me, the best one is not problem-based strategies, but the best one is project-based strategies, something like that. So those two students, they are not wrong, even though their answers are different, because they try to approach this concept by using different resources. So what we have to do is try to collect and combine those informations from them, and they try to formulate their own knowledge. This is what I mean by in Society 5.0, the resources is not only from the teacher, but the resources is also from the community. What is meant by the resources from the community? So they can get the resources from the internet. And when they get information from the internet, it can be from the people in the United States. It can be the people from Japan. Just like yesterday, we have speakers from Japan, right? This is one of the motion. And there is other speaker from Malaysia. There's another information. And there's another one and another one. So different countries being presented in this conference is a kind of reflections about how we do about Society 5.0 education system now, in which that students can, they can try to find information from many resources. And what we have to do is just don't try to give only one answer to them. They are free to do it. But ma'am, so there must be no standard. Berarti kalau macam-macam nggak ada standarnya dong? There must be the standard. What if the standard in English? The standard in English is about their grammar remain the same. Their pronunciation is the same. That's the standard. But about the content can vary. Tapi kalau kontennya bisa bervariasi, it's based on their own learning experience. Jadi tidak apa-apa, Ibu. Boleh-boleh saja. Kenapa saya mengatakan tidak apa-apa? It is reflected when we are conducting thesis. Nanti kalau kita mengerjakan skripsi akan kelihatan ya, bahwa memang tidak ada absolute truth, tidak ada kebenaran yang absolut. Kenapa? In chapter 2 is not list of concepts or theory, no. But chapter 2 is how several theories are negotiated. Tapi di chapter 2 adalah bagaimana beberapa teori itu saling bernegosiasi. And we, as the researcher, the writer, also have right. Kita pun juga punya right, apakah we agree or not with that theory. So in our learning process now, we also can do the same thing, how we treat our students about certain concepts. Thank you, Ibu.
I really catch your point, Ibu. I see that Ibu Sokira Linda Finde raised her hand.
Halo, Bu
Sokira,
Inde.
Hello.
Halo.
Yeah. Okay, it's very. I'm really very happy. I can talk directly to Ibu Lika actually, since already 3 to 4 years ago about. That helping the elite to conduct elite conference in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm interested in knowing lots about artificial intelligence. Actually, Ibu Lika. Especially about using technology in teaching or in learning. Like what we know nowadays, that mobile phone cannot be separated from students' life. And technology, especially mobile phone, can help students to learn and also can help teachers to teach. But in fact, there are some schools that forbid the students to bring mobile phone to the classroom. That's actually a reality nowadays. So how come technology can improve students' learning? In other case, it's forbidden to be brought to the classroom. So that's the first case. The second case is students are allowed to use mobile phone, and teachers also facilitated with lots of technologies. However, some of the teachers cannot make use or cannot use the technology wisely, or they are not trained well how to use technology in teaching. So do you agree with me that actually our weaknesses in teaching right now is the teacher a lack of that support from the government to make the teachers able or understand how to make use and use the technology in teaching. The mobile phone is there, but we don't know how to use the mobile phone to teach wisely and effectively. And also that happens to students. So mobile phone is only for calling and for messaging. And that's actually happening right now in schools, especially in rural areas. Okay, let's say in city, in some of schools in the city, the students are already knowing how to use mobile phone in learning. But how about the schools in rural area or in, let's say, in villages? Okay, I think that's what I ask for Ibu Like. Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Ibu Finde. Kalau sudah Ibu Finde yang tanya ini pusing saya. Very smart question. Dari dulu loh Bu Finde ini udah tanya mulai konferensi itu pertanyaan itu yang very critical ini ya. Bu Fitri Rayani ya, halo ini Ibu Ketua ini standby ini. Bu Eni, halo Bu Eni, thank you for your. Ini kebesaran hati Bu Eni saja ya. Jadi jawaban saya diterima padahal mungkin thank you Bu Eni. Okay, Ibu. We know that handphones are forbidden in some schools. Why? People always have priorities. It depends. And the priorities or certain consideration must be adjusted with what has been experienced. For example, in some schools, maybe in Jakarta, for example, they know very well. The students are quite wise to use handphone, and since in the morning until in the afternoon, every time they have to face their laptop because their work are based on the laptop, so they cannot go away from their laptop. So of course they have to use laptop or at least handphone during the school. But for other school, I also know about this school. They forbid the students to bring handphone. Why? Because they found out that the danger of the handphone is more dominant than the advantage for the students to use handphone. So what's the danger? The students are very close to the access of looking into pornography things from their handphones. It can be the pictures, it can be the movie, or even they chat with their friends in quite not common way in terms of ethics term. That's why that schools have new regulations that no handphone is permitted to be used in that school. So it doesn't mean that they avoid technology, but they think that the dangers of that technology is more dominant than the advantage of doing that technology. In here, the people have to choose. So how about using of technology? They still can use the technology in here. How? Students are allowed to use or to wear laptop in only certain time, but they're not allowed to use handphone. Why? Because handphone is more practical for them to use everywhere, but laptop are only used inside the class. So the control for the teacher, the monitor from the teacher to the students when they are using laptop is much easier than their control to the students when they are using the handphone. So what is forbidden is only the handphone. But for the laptop is, yes, it's okay, but only being used only during the learning times. This is quite strict regulations. And the second question is that it doesn't, even though handphone is forbidden, but once again, this school doesn't mean that they avoid the technology. They still use the technology on the incident time. The second question is sometimes the teacher cannot use technology. Yes. Don't say the teacher, even the lecturers like us, we don't know about technology. Like me, I don't know technology. My students, college students, are much more intelligent about technology. What's the proof? Nak, ini ibu nggak bisa, ini gimana? Gambarnya nggak keluar ini. Tolong betulkan, nak. Those are the expressions that I usually say to my students. Ini loh nak cepetan nak, ini gambarnya nggak keluar ini. Ya, terima kasih ya nak. Every time I come to the class, I always ask my students to fix my laptop because it cannot pop up. Okay, it means that we cannot use technology. So what we have to do, we have to learn how we have to learn it. Why the teacher and lecturers are very lazy to learn about technology? Kenapa sih kita itu malas untuk belajar teknologi? Because even though we cannot use technology, so that's fine. We still have some salaries. Tapi beda dengan Bu Vinde, Bu Eni, Bu Vinde dan Bu Eni. Besok gaji kita masuknya sudah lewat rekening ya. Jadi semua transaksi lewat mobile phone. Oh really? Ya Bu. Jadi Ibu HP-nya apa? What is your handphone? HP saya masih nggak bisa. I think you have to change your handphone because every transactions about our salary will be from the handphone. Jadi Ibu juga absennya tiap hari presensi juga pakai handphone ya. What's about the presence? Ya keabsenan nanti kan masuk terhadap gaji kita. So we will buy new handphone because it's related to our salary. So sometimes we don't want to force ourselves if we see there's not advantage for us. But if it is urgent, kalau sudah urgent sekali, sudah mepet ini, baru we learn about technology. What we learn about technology, mobile banking, we learn about it. Kita belajar loh mobile banking. Soalnya kalau nggak belajar loh mobile banking, you don't know if there is a transaction or credits come to your handphone. You don't know about it, so you will learn about it. Do you think it's easy? No, mobile banking is very complicated, but you learn about it because you know it's very important. So this because we have to aware ourselves. Jadi kadang memang kita harus mau belajar sendiri. Kadang this is like us, a teacher, when we are not in emergency situation, we don't want to learn about it, but it's the time for us to change. And how about in rural areas? In rural areas, sometimes the technology are not available. Students do not have their own personal gadget. They have to share with the other members of the family, so that's fine. They can share information with their friends, or they can do informations together inside the class. So what it means by artificial intelligence does not always mean individual activities where one student, one gadget, and they work. No, but it can be one gadget and many students, and these many students can use one gadget for finding the information. The most important thing is not about how one student get one gadget, but how those students can get access to get information from that technology. That's the most important. So they can share the gadget together. So it's okay. Even though in one class, no students have the gadget or the handphone or laptop, that's fine. They can use the gadget or they can use the facilities from the teacher inside the class with only one gadget. I think that's what I can share, Bu. Pinde, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ibu Like, for the answers.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe another questioner. For one questioner more. The audiences, I give the chance for you. I believe that if you give the question to Ibu Like, the answer would be really detailed and really clear, extremely clear. Yeah, Ibu. While waiting for another question again, I have, Robiatul has typed Ibu as a teacher. Which style learning do you choose to teach your student with technology or without technology? Ibu, please.
Yes, for technology, of course, for finding information, I ask the students to find their own resources. For example, when I'm teaching them about certain concepts, I don't give them about the information first, but I ask my students to find that information by themselves. Why do I ask them to find their own information first? Because I want them to get used to get independent learning in terms that they have to be very capable to find their own informations, because teacher is not the only sources, but when they come to the class, they bring with their own information or their own concepts and their own data, and then inside the class we try to discuss about it. What I have to teach the students, it's not giving them information. What I have to teach the students how to think, how to digest those information, how to analyze this information. Okay, so you got this information. So what do you think about it? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's very important? What do you think about? Do you think we can do that in our school? So this is the job of the teacher. We ask the students to analyze what information they get outside. So I use both of them. I use technology because when I ask my students to get information outside, they have to get access to that technology. But when they come inside the class, I will not talk about the information. Okay, apa contoh dari, for example, in pronunciations, what is the example of consonants, everyone? I will not ask that question. Saya nggak akan menanyakan itu. Contoh-contoh consonants apa saja ya? They only got it information. Mereka sudah dapat informasi itu. But my question is, okay, what is a very difficult consonants in English that you cannot choose, everyone? It will be my questions. Kira-kira consonants yang paling susah itu apa? From those consonants, yes, ma'am, I cannot produce the sound j, like the word garage. or measure. I don't know. I don't know how to produce it. Okay, so this is difficult because, and then we have to explain that. So we come to certain cases that becomes a prompt to the students that they will think for the information that they can find by themselves. So let it be. Our job at school is to facilitate our students to be independent learners so they can find information by themselves. Allow me to share one experience when I was in waktu saya sekolah dulu. My teacher asked me, okay, students, please try to find the definition of economy. Please find the definition of economy. I take it as a homework, and next week, please come to the class by bringing the definition of economy. What my friends do, they try to open Kamus Bahasa Indonesia, and they find the definition of economy. So what's the result? The whole class, they have the same answers because their sources are the same. That is from Kamus Bahasa Indonesia. Kamus Besar Bahasa Indonesia. Their answers in one class are the same, and I don't want to be the same. I want to be different. So I open other books. Zaman waktu itu belum ada internet ya waktu saya sekolah. I open other books from the library about the definitions of economy, and I find different definition of this, and I bring it to the class. Okay, when the time is come. Okay, students, now anyone has the answers? Anyone raise your hand, please. What is the definition of economy? I raise my hand and I give 3 different definitions of economy that I find it from different sources. And I proudly bring those books in front of my table because I want my teacher see what I bring. I want my teacher feel proud of me because I can bring 3 different books and I found 3 different concepts about economy. But you know what happens at that time? The teacher come to my table and what did she say? But please close that books. Close that books. Don't open that books. Only use the book from the school. Okay? Close the books that you bring from home. Okay? Close that book. Don't use it. You have to use the book from the school. So my teacher does not support or facilitate the students to have different answers. They still think that the only correct answer is from the teacher. This is what they have to change now, everyone. That teacher is not only teaching, that teacher is a motivator. You don't have to give everything to your students because your students can do and look for everything by themselves. What you have to do is just make them trust themselves that they can do it, that they can be smart and successful. That's it. Okay. Sorry for a long explanation.
Robiatul? Hello, Robiatul. Is it clear enough? What do you think? Would you like to confirm again? Maybe I think it's really great explanation here. Same as Robiatul's answer. All right. So we have listened together for Ibu Lika great explanations in this international seminar or conference. Let me to close. Ibu Safira, could we close or end this discussion? Because I
Yes.
think the question is.
Yeah, no problems. Earlier than the time, never mind.
Okay. So after listening to Ibu Lika's explanations, I think and I believe that I'm aware that we will have many advanced knowledge now, and or we have new things from Ibu Lika. And so far, thank you so much for Ibu Lika I close the discussion. Thank you so much for all the audiences. Great for Ibu Lika. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ibu Lika.
Thank you, Bu Pindi. Thank you.
Until we meet again on 12th of July on Elite Conference. I'll be there actually, but in online.
Yes. Ibu Like dari UIN Padang Sidimpuan join itu Mem Minda, Mem Pinde, Mem Ida Royani, Mem Eka, Emi, ya kita join. We love Elite so much. Jadi join more.
Thank you so much, Bu Fitri. Thank you so much.
Kita bawa tubuh salaknya, Bu Like, ke Purwokerto.
Iya, iya.
Luar biasa, Ibu. Kreatif,
Saya belum pernah melihat tim wanita yang tough seperti Bapak Ibu, seperti ibu-ibu di Padang Sidimpuan. Kalau ada Charlie Angels ya, kalau Amerika punya Charlie Angels, kita punya Bapak Ibu, ibu-ibu di Padang Sidimpuan. Ini Charlie Angelsnya Indonesia betul-betul luar biasa.
Ingin sekali bawa Ibu Like ke Padang Sidimpuan ini, jangan online terus ya kan Ibu. Mungkin ada waktu nanti bisa kita offline, jadi bisa jadi Tugu Salak itu tempat alun-alun lah, alun-alun gitu ya. Kalau di Malang tuh alun-alunnya apa simbolnya lah. Insyaallah mudah-mudahan ya Ibu, kalau ada rezeki kita nggak jumpanya di online aja. Kemarin sudah host juga online juga, dan ini juga online juga. Ya, mudah-mudahan nanti ada kesempatan Ibu.
Amazing,
Kita
Ibu.
akan ya offline session ya, jangan ini. Jadi bisa merasakan masakan apa itu ikan mas pakai holat, arsik ya itu. Tadi ada holat, nah dia dari like rotan tapi mentah itu di ada apanya. Jadi bisa juga. Nah mungkin Ibu nggak searching itu makanan khas apa Nuli, mungkin nemu tadi.
Iya.
Iya, luar biasa ini dari ya kami dari panitia. Ini sesi yang banyak sekali interaktif para presenternya. Wow, luar biasa interaktifnya ini. Sampai mereka happy ternyata dengan Ibu. Saya lihat dari tadi nih, kalau yang ya tapi ini memang betul-betul mereka mungkin pertanyaan tidak banyak, mungkin sudah ngerti nih Bu. Jadi ya lihat dari mereka semalam. Jadi mereka tahu tadi kan antara toilet wanita Lady Dian luar biasa. So in this room, ma'am, ini not English more. Jadi ada mathematics, ada ya many prodi here. Jadi mix mereka, tapi respons presenternya itu ada kimia karena dia temnya itu kan education, is not only English. Jadi ada kimia, bahasa Indonesia, Arabic, PAI input here. Jadi ya mereka belajar bahasa Inggrisnya, it's okay, no problem. So in parallel session, ya bilingual, it's okay, no problem. Saya bilang yang penting improve lah for elite conference international. And this is the first time for conference. Jadi thank you so much, Ma'am Lika, give me time to join as a host, Winsa and Win Padang Sidimpuan. Itu give me knowledge, experience, make a conference like that. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Yes.
You are successful to make your Cetar Membahana conference now.
Cetar Membahana ya. Ini butuh beberapa hari untuk mensinkronkan. Apa kita buat ini sama Mempinde, ternyata terjadilah cetar. Wow, luar biasa. Ya mungkin next we have next here logo elite touch in our player. This is I'm forget to touch this. I'm so sorry, Ibu Ketua.
Oh no problem. That's fine.
Kemarin lihat yang di Salatiga tuh, aduh nih Pak Hanung pakai ini, lupa saya, tapi this is the first time. Ini yang pertama dibuat di Tarbiyah dan saya diamanakan jadi ketuanya. Inilah mungkin ada beberapa, mungkin kalau mem lihat some teams ya, this is lah the first time mem we do like conference. Jadi next time maybe kalau kita buat hybrid, kita undang Ibu Like ke Padang Sidimpuan biar bisa lihat tunggu salaknya. Okay, ma'am, after this.
Why not taking photo?
Oh yeah, taking photo please.
Okay, would you mind opening your camera, audiences?
Buka
Mohon
foto
menghidupkan
bersama.
kameranya.
Yap. Oh, buka dulu please. Malu-malu ini, ma'am. Hello, Ibu Rizky, are you there, please? Or maybe Pak Irham, help me please.